Hey, Bobby, can you hear me?
Hey, Dr. Seed, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
All right, this is Bobby Frazier. I need a shirt, baby. Can you give me a shirt? I know. So, we got about what, 5, 10 minutes?
Yeah, so go ahead and ask, although it's possible I could be answering your questions tonight, but go ahead.
Okay, I need to try to get on because I tried to get in and it wouldn't let me in to do the last two things that I was supposed to do with the edTPA. The assignments that I was trying to do for last week, I was trying to get in on this site and it wouldn't let me on.
You were trying to get in on what site?
You know the assignments that we had to do last week.
Right.
So I was trying to get in to get to do those assignments.
Okay, but which site? The PLN?
I got to the PLN, but it was something you said I had to do with I had to post in ATPA.
No, 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 no. You mean did you actually go to the edTPA site?
Yes.
Oh no, you're not going to do anything with the edTPA site, Bobby,
Okay.
until you're done with this class.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So how do I get those two assignments in? That's what I was trying to do, get those two assignments done.
Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to find the assignments, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see them on the edTPA forum?
Hold on one second.
I mean, did you see them on the edTPA forum?
I didn't.
Okay.
I need to get. Can you still see me?
Yes.
Okay. I need to. Can you show me how to get to the edTPA form?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Just give me a second. And let's stop sharing that.
I'm sorry, babe.
All right. So this is your homepage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little bit like this. Mine's a little bit different than yours. Okay.
Okay. Let me see the homepage. Hold on one second.
This is the course room.
One second. I might have to.
Hang on. Let me make sure you can see it. I don't know if I'm sharing it or not. Hang on. All right.
Okay.
You see it?
Yep.
Okay. So you go to tasks and you go to forum.
Mm-hmm.
And here's our list, okay? This is the main forum where you've been already posting discussion questions,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Uh-huh.
Now, right underneath it, you should see the edTPA forum.
Mm-hmm.
which I mistakenly put as the edTPA forum.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, all of your edTPA assignments are going to be on this forum.
Okay.
Now, you've seen this?
I haven't seen it, but I'm looking at it now. So I need to do week 2.
All right. So you want to go to week 2. So here's the week 2 portfolio assignment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you're going to press this. And here's the assignment.
Okay.
Okay? Now, here, this is a portfolio assignment. So that means that everybody in the class is going to have to do it.
Okay.
So it says, please see the regular assignment area for instructions.
Okay.
So you would go to the regular assignment area. And you would, well, this is this week's, but you would find the assignment. And then what you're going to do is you are going to submit it through the regular assignment box. Okay?
Okay.
So for example, for this coming week, you would have to do a professional disposition statement. So you would submit it into your regular assignment box, and that's how I would see it.
Okay. So the one I did last week when I posted it, and you told me to post it in this one, in this in the edTPA form.
No, I told you that the assignment was in the edTPA.
Okay, I'm sorry. So it's in the AT. Okay.
You're going to post it in the regular assignment submission box.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So
But,
can we? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but all of your assignments are going to be here in the edTPA form.
Okay. August 30th. What was last week's? Was it?
Last week, you needed to do the portfolio shell.
Okay.
And
That's what I was trying. Yeah, that's what I was trying to learn how to do, the portfolio shell.
yeah, here it is, the portfolio shell. And what you're going to do for that is you're going to go online,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to find an online portfolio that you can use to eventually to show people that you want that you may want to have hire you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to go on. You're going to just put online portfolio, and you'll get a gazillion of these things.
Okay.
You choose one, and then you send me the link so that I can see it.
Okay.
That's all. You don't even have to fill it out or anything.
Okay.
Okay? Does
Okay.
that help?
Yeah. Here's the question though. If I'm already teaching, you still want me to send it?
If you're, oh, yes. It's part of what you need for GCU to graduate.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the online portfolio is a must for all of the students.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now
Okay.
I know we have a few other people here.
Okay.
Did that answer your question primarily?
Yeah. Some of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. I see Nick. I see Paula. I see Calvin coming in.
I know I was talking loud. I'm sorry.
I am just going to mute you now, Bobby.
Okay.
There we go. And Nick, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
All right. And Paula, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
I'm good.
Pizza and hot wings. We're not eating anything else for the rest of the night. I wonder you were turning.
Okay. And Calvin, are you there?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. I did try to call you today, Calvin, but I think we're going to answer your questions tonight.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm glad you're here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I don't know how many people we have. Some other classes have been invited. Aside from, so far, it's just people from my class. But because I do this for a lot of students and for other faculty, we may have some people coming on, and I'm hoping that we can do several things. Most of what I would like to do is to orient you to what's going on in the course room and what your responsibilities are as edTPA students. Now, first of all, wow. Alvin, is that you? I'm just going to mute everybody for the time being. There we go. That's better. Now, if you want to say something, we'll figure out a way for you to do that. And what I'd like to do first is I want to take a look at the course room, because I've had a number of questions about where are your assignments if you're an edTPA student. Let's go back first. You are an edTPA student if your state, New York, Georgia, or Wisconsin, requires you to do the edTPA. And so what GCU is going to do for you is, rather than have you do the regular step assignments, we're going to have you do your edTPA assignments, because otherwise you're going to be doing you're going to be doing too much work. Okay? And we don't want you to do that. So the first thing I want to do is show you where your assignments are going to be. Now, this is my screen. It's a little bit different than yours, but you should be able to, but we have the same drop downs up here. So the edTPA assignments are found in the edTPA forum. So we go to tasks, we go to forum, click that, and then you'll see the main forum, and that's where all of you have been really good about posting your discussions already, right? So just kind of nod if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, it's the regular discussion forum. We're on week 3. All of you I know have posted, because I keep up with those, and so you're all there. Now, if you look underneath it, you will see the edTPA forum. Now, I didn't mean to put forum twice. It just worked out that way on the computer. This is where you are going to be getting your assignments. So can you all still see my screen? Okay. All righty. Calvin?
Yes.
Yeah, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, very good, because this was your main question.
Yeah, and you just answered that. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go down here and you see the Welcome to the edTPA Assignment and Discussion Forum. So let's go, for example, to, to week 2, okay? And hello?
Sorry, put me on mute, please. I'm sorry.
That's all right, not a problem. Okay, so you would go to the week 2 online portfolio assignment, which was due on Wednesday. You would click that, and here is your assignment. Professional teaching portfolio setup. Now notice here that this is a portfolio assignment. That means that every student in the class, whether they are edTPA or not, has to do that assignment. The portfolio is going to be what you have at the end of the course. It's going to contain your classroom management strategy. It's going to contain your resume. It's going to contain things like that. And you're going to be able to use that if you are looking for a position or something along those lines. You know, it used to be in my day, back when dinosaurs ruled the world, in my day, we had to put together a big binder with all of our lesson plans and all this kind of stuff in it, okay? Well, now they've done away with the binders and you do it online. So there are a ton of places where you can find these online portfolios. Just put it into your search engine. Google has some ways of doing it. We don't recommend one or the other. But you need to show me that you've chosen a digital platform. So you've chosen a digital portfolio that you're going to use as we go through the course. You don't have to have it filled out or anything like that. I just need to see that it's there. Everybody with me? Okay. So that is where, as an edTPA student, you are going to get your assignments. Now, notice last week you also had your first modified step assignment. Now here, don't worry about the PAST course. Download the Context for Learning Information template from the edTPA group space on the PLN. Complete it and submit the completed template with your documentation above to week 2 Loud Cloud assignment submission space. Okay. You are never going to do the regular STEP assignment that you see in the assignment area of the course. You are not going to do them. Instead, you are going to do the edTPA equivalent of that. So, for example, I don't know what your areas are. Nick. Nick,
Yes.
what is your content area?
Secondary English.
Okay. So then have you found your handbook on the PLN?
Yes, and I printed it off and I've kind of read through it.
Okay. Did you find the templates also?
Yes. Yep. I got your message and I submitted the correct template for week 2.
Okay. That's
Yep.
what I'm looking for. The
Yep.
templates are all going to be on the PLN. And so the best thing to do is just go get your handbook, get your templates. Thank you, Nick. You were my guinea pig for this. So there you go. You're going to get your templates, and those templates are going to be the basis of what you turn in. So no one from the edTPA group should be turning in the regular step assignment. You must turn in, for example, last week, I'm looking for the context for learning from your edTPA handbook template. Okay? And we'll go back over this again because we're going to do a little PowerPoint in just a minute to really kind of show you exactly what's going on. Okay, are there any questions about the edTPA forum? Yes, Nick.
So I haven't looked ahead, but will there always be 2 assignments every single week?
No, not always. For the most part, there'll be either a portfolio or a step assignment.
Okay.
At the end of the course, you will have finished your edTPA assignments, and so the rest of them will be portfolio.
Okay.
So, so check and see. I try to make it really clear about what you need to do. And you'll see that there are different submission boxes for those weeks that have 2 assignments. There's a submission box for each one of the assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other questions about the edTPA forum?
Hey, sorry, I got a little background noise, but I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I think now that you said that, I think I submitted the wrong template. Can you undo the submission that I put the first time? Can you open it up?
I probably already did, Calvin.
Okay.
I went through there on Friday and I sent back, I reopened the submission box for everybody who sent in the wrong thing.
Okay. I'm gonna check it in. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Mute me because I got some noise.
Oh yeah. Okay. Very good. Paula, how are you doing? Are you with us?
I am. I'm in my car, so I'm muted as well.
Okay, very good. All right. And Bobby, how are you doing? Are you with us?
Where the template is in the PLN.
You need to know where the template is in the PLN?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what? It's not a bad idea to take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Just let me get there.
Okay.
and then I'll share my screen. Can you still see my screen?
Let me see if I can go back in.
Do you see PLN?
I've actually put mine. I've actually put PLN on my screen. Let me see if I can see yours.
Okay. I think you should still.
I can see your screen.
Can you see the PLN on my screen?
I can't right now. Nope.
Paula, can you?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So I'm going to go here to groups. Everybody with me?
Okay, you say go to groups.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now you're going to see under group spaces here, edTPA.
Got it.
Everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay. You're going to click on edTPA. And do you see this big circle right here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that tells you what some of the assignments are going to be. But down here, the square, this is what we're looking for.
Gotcha.
PA, handbooks and templates. So you click on that.
Okay.
And here it is. Okay, so what's your, Bobby, what are you doing? What's your content area?
Secondary social studies.
All right, so secondary social studies.
So
That's sort of secondary history.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's where you would go. You would press that. You would find your 2018-2019 category. Click that.
Okay.
And here you go. So your handbook is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these are your templates. So you click on your templates. And you'll see that there are 4 of them. And then you just download them. You'll notice they're all docs. So the one that you were supposed to turn into me already would be this one, Context for Learning.
Let me see. Context for learning. I'm trying to get there, dude.
And this is what it looks like. You want me to go back?
Yeah, I'm trying to find because I don't see. I'm right now. I'm looking at there's 44 pages or something. I'm trying to look for.
Oh no, don't. I'm not sure what you're looking at, but
Okay.
Let's go back.
Okay, I'm seeing templates, right?
You should be seeing templates.
Okay, I got handbook. I'm sorry, here's what I see: assessments, content for learning. Got it.
Yep, those are the templates that you're going to use.
Okay.
Download them into your files, and then you have them for when you need them.
Okay, so the first one is the one I was supposed to do, right? Task 1.
The first one is the first one is Context for Learning.
Context for learning. Let me see. Go back.
They're both part of Task 1.
Okay.
But it's Context for Learning is the first one.
I see it. Okay.
Okay.
So I got you. Okay, do that one. Cool. Okay.
So now you can find it on your own, right?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So what I'd like to do is, if we're okay, I would like to do a short PowerPoint so that you can see what it is that you need to do each time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All righty. I just need to get out of here. There we go. Can you see the PowerPoint?
I can't.
No?
No, I can't.
Okay, Nick, do you see it? You do.
I see it now. I can see it now.
I see it still.
All right. So let's go through the PowerPoint, and then we'll go from there. I didn't want to do all that. Hang on. All right. There are a number of things that we're going to be doing tonight to take a look at this. I know it's a holiday weekend, and I'll go as quickly as I can, but I do want to make sure that you understand it because I don't want anybody to fall behind. Okay. What is edTPA? We'll talk about that in a second. Please note that passing scores are designated by each state Department of Education. So Wisconsin, I think, Nick, you're in Wisconsin, is going to be different than Georgia or than New York. You have to check with the Department of Education in each state. Okay. edTPA is a student-centered multiple measure assessment of teaching. Through completion of edTPA, teacher candidates will demonstrate knowledge of pedagogy with video and written reflections to provide evidence for student learning. Notice that this is not about you teaching. It's about whether or not your student has learned. So when you are scored for edTPA, you are basically providing evidence that your student has learned rather than evidence that you are a good deliverer of lessons. Do you see what I mean? There is a distinction. So edTPA is not particularly interested, for example, in your behavior modification techniques or your classroom management style or any of those kinds of things. What they're interested in is, has your student learned? Okay. Candidates who completes edTPA, you know. Why do I complete edTPA? In addition to being a state requirement for certification, teacher candidates will demonstrate knowledge of pedagogy. Essentially, it is your state's decision to use edTPA, not GCU. And so we are simply providing you with an opportunity to do that through the student teaching course. When do you complete edTPA? You will complete it during your student teaching placement. And you will be scored through a national website. Okay. The online course, and this is the question that most of you have had. In lieu of the STEP, which is the regular online assignments that you would have if you were not living in an edTPA state. In lieu of that, our teacher candidates will complete modified submissions for the required edTPA performance-based assessment. For each standard of the STEP, teacher candidates will instead submit an edTPA piece of evidence. Points will be awarded based on teacher candidates' submission of the work. There will be no evaluation of the work, but feedback can be given in a very specified manner. Now, this is important for you to understand. I can't correct your edTPA commentaries or your lesson plans. I can give you general feedback. So, for example, if I see that your lesson plans are one note. By one note, I mean you're only using one strategy. You're lecturing and then giving out worksheets. Well, that's not gonna do it. Okay. I may make some kind of a general comment about what strategies are you using. And that's kind of a hint to you to take a look at that again. Okay? I can't say to you, you need to use more active learning, because if I evaluate your edTPA, then some of it is my work that the scorer will be evaluating for you. So our hands are tied about this. It's an edTPA rule. But we will give you as much feedback as we can in ways that don't require us to break that agreement with edTPA. Teacher candidates will follow the class schedule for completing the portfolio, assignments, discussion questions, and participation. So you got to do the same discussion questions. You have the same participation requirements, and you're going to also be doing these portfolio assignments. Those I will give you feedback on because they are not edTPA. Okay? So when you do your classroom management essay, I will give you feedback on that because it's not an edTPA assignment. Everybody understand? So at the end of the course, you're not sending that to edTPA. That's going to go into your regular class portfolio, and edTPA never sees it because it's not part of their requirement. Okay. General information you can find on the PLN. The PLN has a lot of great resources for edTPA. Look around, make it your own. I'm here to help you if you need it. And but don't be afraid to go on the PLN and see what you can find. Now, this is to help you understand what it is that you're going to be doing. So it's important that you all take a look at this. Okay. This is the 15-week student modified submissions. Now, notice here, things I do as an edTPA teacher candidate. You're going to be doing both columns. The first column is professional portfolio, which shows a blue square. The second are edTPA assignments, which is a red circle. Okay? So for week 2, which we just passed, all right, the professional portfolio setup is a blue square, so it's a portfolio assignment that everybody has to do. The 2 edTPA assignments, don't worry about the PAST one, but the context for learning information template. That is your edTPA assignment. This week, okay, you are going to do professional dispositions assessment, self-assessment, and reflection. That is for your portfolio, so everybody has to do that. Okay? But as edTPA students, instead of doing Step Standard 1 Part 2, you're going to do one of your 3 to 5 lesson plans that you will need to complete your edTPA. So remember, for edTPA, you need 3 to 5 lesson plans, 1 unit of teaching. And so you're going to start. Hello. Hello, Alexa.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just going to mute you, and then I'll give a chance for questions.
No problem. Sorry for joining up late.
No problem. So what you're going to be doing is you are this week going to do the professional dispositions assessment. There is like a check-off assessment sheet, and then you write a reflection. And that will go into one submission box. In the second submission box, you're going to put 1 lesson plan that you're going to be using for your edTPA. Okay. Week 4. Now, Nick, you had asked about this before. In week 4, there is no modified step assignment because it is an observation week. In the GCU courses, everyone, in order to graduate, has to have 4 observations of teaching by a GCU faculty supervisor. So week 4 is the first of those evaluations, okay? Therefore, you only have the classroom management philosophy assignment. And that's for your portfolio. So everybody has to do it. And it is not something you would turn into edTPA because, frankly, they're not interested in that. Week 5, you'll see that we do not have a portfolio assignment. Okay? You are going to post the completed lesson from week 3 for peer comments in LoudCloud to the edTPA discussion forum. And I will put up a topic forum for that so that you can post your first lesson plan. You can talk to each other. Even though I can't assess your plans or evaluate your plans, you can give each other suggestions and you can help each other evaluate. Week 6, again, now there are no portfolio assignments in week 6. You are revising the 3 to 5 lesson plans. And what you're going to do is you're going to submit all of your lesson plans, the rest of them, in the assignment submission box. So is everybody kind of getting an idea of what's going on here? Okay. If you have a question, do let me know. Calvin.
Yeah. So those 3 to 5 lesson plans, those are going to be the ones that we record the classroom?
Yes. So what you want to do is make sure that you don't make them too soon, because you've got to finish task 1 before you're ready to teach your lessons. Okay?
So if we have, like, if I'm going by the standards and I'm not done with task 1, I have to do my lesson plans, based on what the kids are learning. So I have to kind of put it together.
But put it together not for what you're going to be doing like tomorrow or Tuesday. Give yourself like 3 or 4 weeks ahead.
Oh.
In other words, you're not going to do your edTPA instruction right away. Normally, when you're a student teacher, you don't even start to teach the class for the first 4 weeks. Okay.
Oh.
Usually you're doing observation, you're watching the teacher, you're getting to know the kids, and things like that. But so don't plan on doing your instruction until, about a month from now. And that gives you time to finish the planning commentary, which you'll see. I'll show you where that is.
Okay, cool.
All right. Week 7, you have to finish your planning commentary. So I'm telling you exactly what it is. 4 weeks from this week is when you need to submit your planning commentary to me. And then after you've done your planning, then you can go ahead and you can start doing your instruction. And before we get to that point, we'll be having study groups. I will be leading 4 study groups on these things, okay? So we'll help you through this. This is not everything you need to know to do edTPA. This is just basically what I want you to know in order to be able to get started and turn in the right assignments and things like that. And if I did not do it, I will put this visual up in the edTPA forum. I may have, but I'm not sure. But I'll take a look at it and see if I did. Okay, so week 7 is planning commentary. Week 8, you are going to write a summary of evidence of student learning that took place. And again, don't send me a video film clip here in week 8. You are going to do a video, but it's not going to be that week. Week 9 is the instructional commentary, so that's the second task, and that's based on your teaching and your videotaping. Week 10 is feedback and the assessment commentary. Week 11 is only a portfolio assignment. In fact, everything now from week 11 forward are portfolio assignments that everyone has to do. Okay? So I will check and make sure that I've put this up for you. If I have not, I will, and you can go through this document at your leisure. Okay? It'll give you a visual understanding of what is due each week. And also, you'll find your assignments on the edTPA forum. Okay. You know what, that's really what I wanted to do tonight. The rest of these are things that we'll go into, but for now, I just really wanted to make sure you knew what you were supposed to turn in and where to find those assignments and things like that. So what I'll do now is I'll open it up for questions. I will unmute. Okay. Paula, I just muted you again. There we go. All righty. Now, questions. Anything that's unclear or that you want me to go over again?
So I met, or not met, I had a video phone conference with my GCU faculty supervisor.
Yes.
And she said that she's going to be filming a lesson within the next week and a half. I think we decided on September 10th. Does that at all relate to edTPA?
No.
Okay, that was super confusing to me because I feel like I'm already supposed to come up with lesson plans in a week and a half's time for edTPA.
No. In fact, because those lessons are being filmed and evaluated, you cannot use them for edTPA. Your faculty supervisor is going to evaluate your teaching.
Okay.
Therefore, those videos cannot be used for edTPA. What Nick is talking about is that some people don't have a faculty supervisor close to where they live. And so they will submit videos to their supervisor of their teaching instead of having face-to-face visits. And so Nick's question was, does that have anything to do with edTPA? The answer is no. You may not use them for edTPA. Those faculty supervisor visits are entirely separate.
Okay.
Okay. Other questions? All right. Let's see. Alexa, how are you doing?
Pretty good. I have a question regarding the 3 to 5 lesson plans.
Uh-huh.
Now, for those are for the edTPA, correct?
Yes.
Now, do they need to be consecutive? Like, I would be teaching a week's worth, and then they should flow together and have an assessment type thing? Or,
Yes.
yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So So it
Yeah.
should look like a small unit, essentially.
It should be, it's a unit plan.
Okay, perfect.
And make sure that when you do your learning goals, that every part of your unit goes back to those learning goals and objectives. So for example, if Nick, you're doing, oh gosh, I don't know.
Secondary English.
No, I know English, but like if you're doing a book,
Oh.
okay, don't spend a lesson on vocabulary, because trying to get the students to find inferences from a book is different than vocabulary. Besides the fact that with vocabulary, it's often very surface teaching. You simply want them to know what the words mean. Do you see what I mean? edTPA is looking for something deeper than that. They want to see actual learning. So the same thing would be true if you're teaching social studies. Don't just ask them to memorize dates. And, you know, the battle of such and such took place on such and such. That's not the level of learning that they're looking for. Okay? Did any of, well, you must have, but did any of you study the depth of knowledge? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, you probably should, because I think I did that with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for level 1, which is memorization.
They wanted 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're looking for critical thinking. They're looking for active learning. They're looking for holistic feedback. So don't just hand back a paper with a bunch of red X's on it.
You have to give examples.
You've got to show them. You've got to work with them. Now, also check your handbook, because you don't necessarily have to use your entire class. For the purposes of edTPA, a class may be 5 or 6 kids. For your assessment task, you're going to only choose, I think it's 2 or 3 kids to show their assessment and show that they learned. Okay? So, so that's what we're going to be looking for. But that was a good question, Alexa. Thank you.
Can I clarify on what you just said then as well? I'm teaching in my own classroom, so I have 15 to 28, 29 kids daily. So I'm essentially doing my edTPA while teaching full time in my own classroom. So do I have to limit like my stuff, like bring it down to a smaller scale?
No, you can use the whole class.
Okay.
You're not gonna send in assessments from the whole class.
Right.
You're
Right.
gonna choose a couple of assessments to send in.
Yeah, like a comprehensive overview of it.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly. So you should be fine.
This is Paula. I have a question.
Hi, Paula.
Hi. I too am teaching in my own classroom, and being a secondary math teacher, since we aren't doing like DOK level 1, my lesson plan wouldn't necessarily start with the introduction to a unit, because of course in math a lot of the introduction to a new skill is level 1. So I should start my edTPA lesson plan like maybe with lesson 2 or 3 of what I would normally do in a unit.
Well, I would start with lesson 1, but you know, you don't have to film. The film that you send in can come from a different lesson. So you can certainly concentrate on something else rather than, you know, the introduction to the unit.
Okay.
My suggestion would be, if you're doing math, use ways to make it relevant to the students, and use literacy kinds of strategies, like when they have to figure out word problems and things like that, are definitely higher than a level 1.
Correct. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, you know, you can certainly, you should start with wherever you're going to start. And,
Okay.
but when you send in your clips, you only get 2 clips of 10 minutes. When you when you decide on you're going to tape everything, by the way, tape your whole week, and then you decide what clips best show what you are doing, what your student has learned. Okay?
Okay.
And we'll talk more about that as we move forward.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So I have a question about the lesson plan we submit this weekend. So the lesson plan we're submitting this weekend is one of the 3 to 5 lesson plans for edTPA, correct?
Correct.
So we're not teaching this lesson plan until 3 to 4 weeks into the school year?
Correct.
Okay, to me that's kind of confusing, because then we're supposed to know exactly what we're teaching like 3 to 4 weeks into a unit. Like for me, I'm going to be talking about mice and men, which is fantastic, but I don't know where I'll be in 3 to 4 weeks for a lesson plan. Like I'll write it. I'm like, oh wait, I covered that a week earlier or like a week later. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand that. You should try to use your curriculum in order to map that out. You know, it doesn't have to be super exact. You can fudge it a little bit. So, you know, about where are you going to be in 3 weeks? But you should know about how long it's going to take you to do of mice and men.
Sure.
And then what you're going to be doing after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, work it out. I just don't want people thinking that like your next week of teaching, you're going to be doing your instruction, you're going to do your taping, and edTPA is over, because it is much more complicated than that.
Right.
Because I've had some people say, oh great, edTPA, do it the first week and I'm done.
Right.
And I'm like, no, not hardly.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, I mean, I think of mice and men is a great thing to do for edTPA, or whatever you're going to do afterwards. English tends to work really well with edTPA, and they really like literacy stuff. So, okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. So if we turn in our lesson plans, can we modify them? Like when it's time to, 3 weeks from now, can we modify those lesson plans?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lesson plans are simply plans. They're not the 10 Commandments. They're not written in stone. Even during the lesson plans, if you have something that doesn't work from lesson 2 to lesson 3, and you want to change it for lesson 4, you can still do that, but you'll need to write in your commentary why you made that change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that gives us some flexibility.
Oh, yes. As long as you can explain, something didn't work, you make a change, you need to explain to them why you made that change.
Okay.
And that's, that's teaching. I mean, not every lesson plan is going to be great. You're always going to have to change things. I had a teacher, she was a nun, and she was great. She still is great, but she is not teaching anymore. And she used to say that the phrase we have to remember in teaching is adjust, we must. So be ready to make adjustments in your lesson plans. And that's perfectly fine. And edTPA is not going to be upset about that unless you don't give them a reason for it. What did you change it to and why did you change it? Okay. Any other questions?
For the format for our lesson plans, throughout our program, we've been using the GCU template for lesson plans.
That is a very good question. I'm glad you asked. There is no set edTPA template for lesson plans. I would strongly suggest that you use the GCU, either the old one or the new one, template for lesson plans. I know most of you throughout your career at GCU have been using the old GCU lesson plan. That's fine. Or you can use the new one, whichever one is most comfortable for you. But there are certain requirements about what needs to be in the lesson plan. And those are all met by the GCU templates. So I would use those. And you're used to them anyway. Okay. Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
All right. I just want to let you know, I really appreciate all of you taking time out of your Labor Day weekend to do this. I didn't want to wait any longer so that we could get some of these misunderstandings cleared up. If you have any questions, you can always get in touch with me. It is okay to call me. Since you're in my class, you'll find my phone number is up at the top where it says my name in the course room. Feel free to call me if you need help. However, I am not in Arizona. I live in Michigan. Don't call me at midnight. That has happened. Somebody on the East Coast thought I lived in Arizona. The time change is 3 hours between Eastern time, which is what I'm on, and Arizona time. And so they thought they were calling me at like 9 o'clock. It was midnight. You don't want to do that to the person who's going to be grading you the next day. Anyway, thank you very much. And again, if you have questions, you can always get in touch with me, either through the course room, through email, through the individual forum, or by calling. So everybody have a very good weekend. And I hope that you'll be all ready on Tuesday to go right back to it.
All right.
Dr. Can I say one thing?
Yes, you can, Calvin, you can say something.
Can you check week 3 for me? Because I accidentally submitted something to week 3. It was a mistake. So can you open that one for me, please?
Yeah, I'll send it back.
Okay, because yeah, it was a
I
mistake.
think
So.
you sent me a video, right?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, that too. But this new one for this week, I posted something that I was supposed to post in week 2.
I'll send it back to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend.
You too. Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.